All right, 2 days in a row. That's how you know stuff is really going down out here, man. We're back out here again with another 2K video. And I don't know what I titled this. It's going to be something along the lines of shooting is broken again for the 20th time in 2K25. But there is an actual exploit now. Well, it's not really an exploit. You're not really doing anything against the rules. But Xbox players now have a competitive advantage over people who play on PS5. So I'm sure someone is already going to the comments going, "Oh, Tex, what are you talking about? You have no idea. How could there possibly be an advantage for Xbox players over PlayStation? What are you yapping about?" Okay, and I'm talking about this tweet right here. Before I actually go around the tweet and talk about it, shout out to Manny, this dude Manny, Dallas, Texas. I'll put a picture of his Twitter on the screen right now. Shout out to him. He tagged me in this tweet. He wanted me to talk about it in a video, so shout out to him. If you guys ever want to tag me in a tweet or whatever, you see something you were interested in me talking about in 2K for a video, or really anything else, tag me in the tweet. I always go through my mentions. I'll shout you out in the video if I talk about it. But anyway, he tagged me in this Hank the Tank tweet, and he said, "Bring back shooting with Square. What the fuck? Xbox now has a competitive advantage over PlayStation because they can remap their paddles to the right stick for rhythm shooting. There is no reason not to be on Xbox now. 2K did way too much with rhythm shooting and it backfired." And they attached this video on the tweet, so let's watch it together.
Paddles on the back. No X button. No stick. Nothing. Watch. Green. Bro, I'm not even shooting with the X button, bro. I'm shooting with paddles. This only works on Xbox right now. Go down to Xbox accessories, go to your profile, and then go to configure controller. Go down to your bottom right trigger and set that to your right stick down. Just click A on it, go down about halfway on the options menu, bro, and you're gonna find it. It's easy money. I really can't believe 2K has no way to patch this. This is why you don't add rhythm shooting into 2K. Now, as soon as you set that the right stick down, go over to your left trigger, man. The bottom left trigger gonna do the same exact thing. Just do it for up. The time it takes for your controller to register the two button presses, man, I'm telling you, it's green every time. You don't even have to even try. I mean, you gotta try a little bit, bro, but it takes minimal effort. Don't blame this on me, man. I'm just the one with the Xbox controller that figured this out. Make sure you send this to your homie who's struggling to shoot, bro, because I'm sure he'd love to hear it, or he might even go out and get him an Xbox controller himself or buy one, because I tell you what, Xbox is better, bro. Send this to your homie who needs to shoot better, man. All right, watch, bro. This is my controller. I'm gonna hold my hands just like this, all right? Here's my thumbs. You ready? Watch my middle finger. I'm not moving my thumbs. You ready? Watch these fingers. You ready? Green. Call for the ball back. Green. Thank you.
All right, so I think that clip is honestly pretty self-explanatory. I mean, all you have to do to cheese the rhythm shooting on Xbox is remap your stick, your right stick up and your right stick down to the two paddles on the back if you have an Elite Series controller. Now, some of you might be wondering, how is this exclusive to Xbox? And it's because on any of the PlayStation controllers, for whatever reason, they don't allow you to remap the controls as far as I know. So this is really an Xbox exclusive thing, and you can only do it if you have like the $100 Elite Series controller. I don't have that controller personally, but I know it is very fire and worth money from what I've heard. It even comes like with a little travel case and everything. So I don't know. If you guys suck at the game, right, and you're not very good at shooting, try that out. And if you don't understand how this cheeses the rhythm shooting, maybe you don't understand how rhythm shooting works, right? When you move the right stick down and then up, that's how you're supposed to time the rhythm shooting. And it's supposed to be a skill gap because you're supposed to have to like move your stick up at the right time. But if you use the paddles on the back of the Elite Series controller, there's no like having to time it. You literally just look and you press the paddle. Like there's no flicking the stick. That's the whole skill gap within rhythm shooting. So it just completely cheeses the living shit out of the game. There's no skill required whatsoever. And we've seen from the 2K Labs test a 70% green window for doing that instead of shooting with X. That's so much easier than shooting with the stick to do rhythm shooting. And that gives literally everyone on Xbox a massive advantage over anyone on PlayStation. That is crazy. And I completely agree with what Hank was saying in this tweet. A company that's as lazy and shitty as 2K cannot come out here and add a feature like this without even thinking of the safeguards, because now what? Like, how do you nerf this and make it fair for everyone on PlayStation? The only way is if PlayStation allows you to remap the controls the same way that Xbox does, and I don't see that happening personally just for literally one game. PlayStation has never done this in the history of their console as far as I know. So there's no way to patch this. The only way is to just completely nerf rhythm shooting on 2K's part, right? Like, they would have to nerf rhythm shooting. They would have to, I can't even speak, holy shit. They would have to nerf rhythm shooting, basically to the point where it's not even worth using to make it fair for everyone. And then everyone's going to go back to shooting with X if they do that, X or square. And then everyone's going to be missing like 50% of their shots. The best players are going to go back to shooting 50% because there's so much RNG in the shooting. So an exploit like this, someone thinking of doing something like this is literally game breaking. Because once one person does this and gets this big of an advantage, this shit spreads like wildfire and every competitive player is going to start doing this. Which means everyone who watches competitive and keeps up in the community a lot is going to do this. And it is going to put casuals at such a disadvantage, it's ridiculous. So it really is crazy. Now, this isn't all sunshine and rainbows and perfect, okay? This really only works if you're a spot up or if you're like a big man, right? Because I'm sure some of you have already figured this out and are already commenting it. If you remap your right stick to your paddles, how the hell are you supposed to dribble? And the answer is you really can't. I mean, the only way this is really going to work is if you're just like shooting wide open and you're not dribbling at all. So like I said, like lockdowns, spot ups, stuff like that. So it's not perfect and it's not completely crazy, but anyone who's a lockdown or a spot up on Xbox now has a massive, massive advantage over anyone on PlayStation on the same build. Because anyone on PlayStation can't do this. Like, I can't imagine any other company besides 2K adding something like this and then not thinking of something this basic that someone is going to do. Because this completely breaks the game now, like I said. What do you do for people on PlayStation? There literally is no patch that you can do. There's no fixing this. And I'm gonna be a saint here. I'm gonna be a nice guy, all right? If you're on PlayStation, I'm gonna tell you a little secret of how to get around this bullshit. Turn off crossplay. I have not been on the game in a while, so I don't remember exactly how to turn off crossplay. But I believe somewhere when you're already in the park, there's a way to turn off crossplay. If you're on PlayStation, turn that shit off because 90% of the people you're gonna go against now are going to be doing this rhythm shooting exploit on the back of their Xbox controller with the fucking paddles on Xbox. It's better for you legitimately to not even play Xbox players. Just turn off your crossplay and only play people that are on PlayStation. It'll save you such a big headache. And if you're on Xbox and you don't have an Elite Series controller, I'm not going to lie, you're kind of fucked. You might as well just leave crossplay on because you're going to play more PlayStation kids and you're a little less fucked. So don't do that. But yeah. This also means, by the way, that pretty much every competitive player that's a spot up, like, and I'll just use Jono's Pro-Am team as an example, right? Someone like Swag, right, who plays nothing but in the corner, if you know him on Jono's Pro-Am team, is immediately, if he's not already on Xbox, I think he is, he would switch to Xbox. Someone like that. So this is completely going to kill the competitive scene anywhere in Pro-Am or Proving Grounds because, as if Proving Grounds isn't already fucked enough. Proving Grounds is absolutely fucked, but let me stay on topic here. Anyone who's trying to play the game remotely competitive is going to switch to Xbox now. This is going to kill PS5 for 2K until they eventually drop some type of patch for this. If they can even think of a patch. I can promise you something right now. If me, someone who actually cares about this game, cannot think about a patch that would fix this, they can't think of a patch because they don't care enough. So I don't know. I'm not going to lie. I don't see a solution to this problem unless they just nerf the living shit out of rhythm shooting or remove it entirely. That's really the only solution I see for this problem. But anyway, people, thank you for watching to the end. This is another NBA 2K shithole video in the books. Friendly reminder, if you watched to the end, you enjoyed the video. So I post other things. Feel free to give me a chance on literally anything else. This is not the only thing I post. Got a banger Fortnite video I just dropped. First time playing it in like 3 years. Go ahead and check that out. I worked hard on that video, bro. Give me some type of love. Thank you for the love in the 2K videos regardless, even if this is all you watch, bro. I still appreciate it. If you want to waste $1 a month, $12 a year on a membership on this channel, it's a complete waste of money, I'm not going to lie, but I'll take your money if you want to give it over. Anyway, thanks for watching to the end. I appreciate you. I'm out of here.